Just when we thought that Riverdale couldn't get any more interesting, the series announced that they'll be covering Heathers, the musical, come season 3. Watch until the end to find out which Riverdale cheerleader is set to meet the same fate as her Heathers character.
I'm Cheryl Blossom, playing the iconic role of Carrie White.
Carrie the musical. It's no secret that the Riverdale cast is gifted with amazing voices and incredible dancing abilities. And while we're used to Josie and Veronica busting out a musical number every once in a while, we never expected the series to come out with Carrie the musical.
Welcome to Carrie the musical.
In season 2, episode 18, we were surprised with a musical number unlike any other. While high school dramas usually enjoy covering musicals like Grease or Rent, Riverdale chose to go in a completely different direction. The series might follow the lives of high school students, but its content is more than a little terrifying. So the show's creator, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, chose to go in a similar direction. Author Stephen King has made his career on writing horror novels, and since Riverdale is tailored around unsolved mysteries, chaotic crime, and teen angst, his novel Carrie became the focal point of inspiration. The musical episodes couldn't have come at a better time, especially since the show's ratings had begun to slip. Throughout the episode, 9 spectacular numbers were carried out, and flawlessly at that. Each song showcased how desperate students were trying to fit in, which caused some people to commit heinous crimes. During the number, The World According to Chris, we got to see how malicious Veronica Lodge's mind could be. She went on to sing about what her daddy taught her and how it's better to hurt others before they can hurt you. But luckily, putting herself in an evil girl's shoes caused Veronica to see from a different point of view. Riverdale's first musical really set the stage, and now we can hardly wait for its newest adaptation to come to life. And since Riverdale's Carrie ended with Midge's death, we can only expect a similar outcome for the show's highly anticipated episode. Jailhouse Rock. With the way things ended in season 2, many of us were shocked to find out that Archie and Veronica were stronger than ever. After being imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, Archie became a pawn in the warden's underground fighting.
Bro, I'm warning you. You don't want to start with me.
After weeks went by without any proper communication between the two lovebirds, Veronica decided to lift her boyfriend's spirits with a little help from her friends. The River Vixens put on their uniforms and grabbed their pom-poms, hell-bent on putting on the show of a lifetime. But before bringing pep to their local penitentiary, they made it a point to learn some wicked moves. The River Vixens created their own rendition of Jailhouse Rock, which is originally sang by Elvis Presley. This musical number was showcased in season 2, episode 3, and it's definitely worth the watch. Riverdale loves to throw in a song or two whenever they get the chance. So what better way for Veronica to declare her love than to dance her heart out for Archiekins? At first, the inmates lost their minds over the girls' performances, causing them to rock the fence in approval, but before long, the boys returned to their football game and gave it all they had. Although the River Vixens had good intentions, the warden saw fit to punish them for their happiness. This put a damper on Riverdale's performance, but not enough to ruin it for good. If the cast brings half as much pep to their newest musical episode as they did Jailhouse Rock, we're in for a treat. Heathers the musical. Riverdale is at it again, and this time they're not playing around. It was recently announced that Riverdale students would be taking on Heathers the musical for their end-of-year production. Although many of us are familiar with the Carrie plotline, the same can't be said for the 80s movie. So let's find out exactly what we should expect from our favorite high school students. The musical episode will be released on March 20th, 2019, so we have plenty of time to get excited. The musical follows a group of 3 popular girls named Heather and one wannabe Heather named Veronica.
Grow up, Heather. Bulimia's so 87.
These 4 high school students are as rich as they're popular, and they'll stop at nothing to protect what's theirs. Veronica is allowed to join the group when she proves herself useful to Heather Chandler, the queen of the Heathers. However, her love for the group starts to dwindle when she's forced to bully people she used to be close with. Although Heathers is a fun musical with plenty of thrilling hits, it harnesses some very troubling themes. Dark personal issues, intense bullying, violence, and teen angst all play an equal role in this gruesome movie-turned-musical. When Veronica is forced to cover up an accidental murder, she becomes intoxicated with power like never before. Riverdale is set to perform a total of 9 musical numbers, all of which will be jam-packed with thrilling choreography and lyrics. Much like the Carrie musical, Heathers is predicted to have a devastating and shocking ending. But what else can we expect from a murderous musical like Heathers? Watch until the end to find out which Riverdale character is likely to kick the bucket. Which stars will be singing? Move over, Winona Ryder, because we've got a new Heather in town, and her name is Cheryl. Cheryl isn't used to being on the sidelines, which is why it's not surprising to find out that she snagged the leading role in the Heathers musical.
You can be a river vixen, Josie. I can be a pussycat.
10 of our favorite characters are set to take the stage, but not all of them will be leaving in one piece. Cheryl, Veronica, and Betty will be taking the lead as the most popular Heathers in the school, and the highly talented Josie McCoy is set to play Veronica Sawyer. So it goes without saying that these four ladies will occupy the stage more often than not. Secondary characters will be played by Sweet Pea, Archie, Reggie, Fangs, Evelyn, and Tony. Oh, and did we mention that there's a new addition to the cast? Stay tuned to find out which mysterious Riverdale student will be making their grand debut during Riverdale's second musical episode. Once again, Kevin will be directing the school play, but that doesn't mean that he won't get to sing along whenever the opportunity arises. Many of us noticed that Jughead didn't sing a single word during the show's first musical, and to our great surprise, he won't be getting off the hook that easy this time around. In fact, according to the show's director, everyone will be singing, Jughead included. If you love musicals as much as we do, you're probably having a hard time containing your excitement. And hey, we're on the same page. What the actors have to say about the musical. When you audition for a dramatic TV series like Riverdale, the last thing you expect is to prepare for a musical. But unfortunately for the Riverdale cast, this is exactly what was expected of them. While some actors are more than thrilled for the series' second musical project, others are starting to look for a way out. Well, tough luck, guys, because everyone is singing this time around. If there's one person who can't stand the sight of himself singing and dancing, it's Cole Sprouse. Knowing this, directors chose to cut him some slack during the Carrie episode. Unfortunately for him, his number is up. So despite being mortified of his singing and dancing abilities, Cole will undoubtedly take the stage. Funny enough, Cole's girlfriend Lily Reinhart, who is known for playing Betty Cooper, also has some bad feelings towards musicals. However, singing isn't exactly her problem. According to Lily, her dancing skills are all over the map, which makes it hard for her to perfect her dance moves. So despite looking like a natural on camera, Lily's less than thrilled to learn new choreography. On the other hand, Camila Mendez, who's known for playing Veronica, is super excited for the show's newest project, and so is her on-screen ex-boyfriend Archie. When it comes to singing and dancing, you could say that Archie and Veronica are naturals. All in all, we're hoping that working on a musical will bring Veronica and Archie back together, because let's face it, the show doesn't really make sense without everyone's favorite couple, the Mysterious Farm. If there's one organization that makes Betty dig her nails into her palms, it's the Farm. We first heard about this cult when Polly Cooper chose to abandon her hometown to join Edgar Evernever's Magical Wonderland. Despite seeming like a crazy person, Alice chose to follow in her daughter's footsteps during a period of grief, causing her to become a cult activist. By now, you're probably all aware that Alice gave all of Betty's money away to the Farm.
You gave my money to the farm.
Which led them to buy out the Sisters of Quiet Mercy headquarters. Unfortunately for Betty, her mother's total disregard for her future caused her enemies to get the upper hand. So knowing this, we can just imagine how furious Betty will be when she finds out that the Farm is sponsoring Riverdale's musical production. For now, all we really know is that something big is about to happen. Could the Farm be the missing link Betty and Jughead have been looking for? If so, we'll soon find out if Edgar Evernever is the one true Gargoyle King. With the help of Betty's endorsement, the Farm has taken it upon themselves to fund the Heathers musical, and this makes us wonder if they're trying to corrupt a new group of students into joining their cult. The CW recently posted the musical's casting list, which places the Farm's very own Evelyn Evernever as Miss Fleming. On top of that, it also reveals that Jughead will be responsible for the program's security detail. While we don't have all the details ironed out, we do know that the Farm is up to something big. Peaches and cream. Riverdale isn't exactly innocent when it comes to giving their characters ridiculous names. Names like Jughead, Sweet Pea, and Fangs aren't exactly common. Well, it looks like we're about to add another name to the list because an unknown character named Peaches and Cream will soon be joining the production. Although little is known about the latest edition, we do know that actress Bernadette Beck is set to fill her shoes. Bernadette's casting is more than a little confusing though, especially since her character is set to play 3 different roles, all of which are male. So we're thinking that Peaches and Cream might be a non-binary character. Luckily, we won't have to wait until the musical episode airs to find out who this person is, because she's set to make her first appearance in the Bizarro Dale episode, which is set to air premiere on February 6th. A popular theory surrounding the newest addition to the Riverdale cast is that Cheryl's ex-lover is going to make an appearance, which should cause tension to arise between Cheryl and Tony. Remember when Cheryl opened up about her first love, Heather?
Her name was Heather.
Well, some people think that she'll be coming back for good. With so much going on, we're excited to see what Bernadette's character will bring to the plot. And if she is, in fact, Cheryl's long-lost girlfriend, things are bound to get a little messy. So long, dear Cheryl. It isn't easy to say goodbye to a beloved character, which is why none of us want to say farewell to Cheryl Blossom. However, the show's decision to bring Heather's the musical to life makes us believe that Cheryl is a goner. Cheryl is set to play Heather Chandler, the most popular girl in school, and Heather's character passes away when she's accidentally poisoned. Although her murder is passed off as a teenage suicide, Heather was actually poisoned by a handful of chemicals, and oddly enough, one of them is Drano, which is known for its bright blue color. And since the Gargoyle King's victims tend to pass away with blue lips, people believe that Cheryl's character will meet the same fate. Do you guys think it's possible that Cheryl's drink will be replaced with cyanide and Fresh Aid while on stage? If so, she might meet the same fate as poor Marge. Although we'd hate to see this theory come to life, it makes a lot of sense. Don't believe us? Just take a look at the casting list and you'll see a little blue drink drawn next to Cheryl's name. Before you go, make sure to let us know if you think that Cheryl's character is about to get killed off. And that's the end of our video. Don't forget to subscribe to The Things for more great content to come your way. Thanks for watching and see you next time.